Hello and welcome. Wendy Byford here. I am the president and co-founder of Your Entity Solution and the founder of Yes Roundtable, where we take women from startup all the way through until you're ready to scale. I have as my guest today Barry Coziahr, and Barry is the founder of Stampede, a growth-focused company specializing in lead generation, business support, and publishing services. He works for entrepreneurs and business owners to create consistent pipelines of qualified opportunities, streamline operations through strategic delegation, and turn expertise into authority building assets. Through Stampede's integrated approach, Barry helps businesses scale with clarity, efficiency, and measurable results. And in this video, we're going to be talking about his VA services, which I think are absolutely awesome. So Barry, first of all, tell me about your services, what it is that you provide, and how that makes a difference for business owners.
Sure. Yeah, we do a number of different things, but this specific one is our virtual assistant remote expert service, where we have like vetted individuals, people that we've really qualified to make sure that they're experts, and we're providing them to you, the business owner, to inexpensively, sometimes for as little as $12 an hour, where we're basically providing these great people that are going to help you to delegate and take work that you're doing that is moving the needle or needs to be off of your plate, hand it over to this other person so that they can help you take your business to the next level. And so those are a whole slew of services, everything from a book marketing assistant that might run a group of writers that we work with and help you to publish and market your book, to accounting people, bookkeeping people, personal assistants, executive assistants, lead generation assistants, people that can network for you at other events. For doctors, might be things like medical billing. We literally have hundreds of different skills where we have pools of individuals that we can go, great, you need this. So we're going to take this person, we're going to put them there and help you get more things done and take your business. I mean, basically reach your goals. And we help manage those people. We help oversee them. We do weekly meetings. We don't actually just give you a person and forget about it, which is something that happens. But we're actually giving you, we're helping you manage them on a weekly basis, so you can actually and we help you put KPIs, statistics in place, key performance indicators. We do all of this so that you've actually got a team member that helps you to grow and get where you want to go.
That sounds fantastic. I know that for some people, the thought of hiring is pretty scary. If you've never had to hire somebody before, a lot of times they're thinking, what if this happens or what if that happens? Having a VA seems to solve a lot of those problems.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, well, and part of our thing is we're basically recruitment is one of our specialties. We've also got a recruitment company as well, but we do the vetting. Recruitment is an expensive affair, and if you're looking for someone, you have to go through a lot of applications, look at people, interview them one-on-one, find various points that disqualify or qualify the individual on it. And you may not always know the right things to ask or what to look for if you don't have a lot of experience with it, right? So you can't be I guess, you're an expert in what you're already an expert in it, and recruiting may not be part of it. Hiring may not be part of the system. And we have experts. I have a big team. I have like 60 people on my team or so, and growing. And we have experts in different arenas so that we can do what needs to be done. So whatever expert that might be can take things off your plate and make sure that you've got somebody. Yeah, and the other thing to mention about hiring is you don't always get the right person right off the bat. And although our process actually makes it better, there's always a possibility that it's just not a fit for some reason, in which case we stop the clock, and usually because we have pools of people, we're able to get you a new person in place within 24 hours without any time or effort lost.
That actually is a huge benefit because, sometimes people have family issues or they get sick or whatever. And having a pool of people where you could substitute in somebody is better sometimes than even having your own staff.
It's true. And I mean, for the example, like with our book marketing assistants, we have writers and advertising people for books and editors. And, you have a book marketing assistant you've hired. Well, we might pop in, an editor who's going to do the majority of your hours for the moment, or a research assistant to make sure you have the perfect title and such. So you've got, a team of people. So you're actually getting a team for the price of one in that case, but not all of them are working at once. We're able to put in different people to do different things at different times based on where your business is. And then, one of the things too that business owners freak out about is that time invested training somebody. And
Mhm.
so, one of our systems that we recommend heavily is that you get a program like Fathom, or a business or screen recording, meeting recording type system. And you actually, when you're training the person, you're using that, and you have them write up SOPs based on the things you're training them to do, right? We also provide a lot of
Mhm.
SOPs for standard operating procedure, for a lot of different functions. But you
Mhm.
should have SOPs written up specifically for what you want, where the person writes them up for you, they check it, and then you say, "Great, you did great," or you correct it as needed. And now, even if the person has a family issue, goes away for some reason, you've got those documents that you can. It makes training the next person that much quicker.
The other thing that strikes me that having a virtual assistant really helps with is the fact that you may have a task that you really, really want somebody else to do, but it's not a full-time job.
Right.
It may be, 10 hours a week or something. Maybe it's in social media or something else. And it's really hard sometimes to find somebody who only wants to work 10 hours a week. But with a VA, because they're intermixing what they're doing for you with other people's work, that's totally doable.
It's true. I mean, I have like, yeah, you can have the person on specific duties and functions that, yeah, those things that you don't necessarily have time to do that should get done. We highly recommend, like, one of the things you turn over right away is lead generation. You
Mhm.
could turn over getting appointments put onto your calendar, doing follow-up emails with people you've met with in the past, those social media posts, sending out a newsletter, taking your contacts and building your email list. These are like
Mhm.
basic promotional actions where if they're done every week, I mean, those things all by themselves can change your business dramatically. And it's stuff that, and you can spend more time either in customer service or individual one-on-one meetings with people that to grow your network and grow your pipeline. But somebody else can take those things off your plate so that that consistent promotion, that's a key aspect of promotion. That's just one thing, you know,
Mhm.
uh, but a great example.
Uh, so give me an example of somebody that you helped where you basically they bought back just a whole bunch of time because of what their VAs were doing for them.
Sure. Well, one lady who, just a random example, I mean, I could use myself as an example too. I used to do a lot of my own outreach, finding people to put onto my calendar, but instead I spend all my time meeting with people now, and
Mhm.
which is much better. I'd rather, not send those. I've all my follow up emails prepared for me, so that every day from my meetings that I have, I can just go in, read the draft that's been prepared, send the emails, and yeah, it's pretty fantastic. And then another example would be, we have a lady who's a speech therapist, and she would spend a fair amount of her time doing medical billing claims. And rather than do that herself, which is a key part of her business, she has to file those claims properly so that she gets paid every month. And she's doing a couple hundred hours a month of medical billing, and that needs to translate into money that the insurance company gives her, right? But now she's able to. She was able to. She got two people that help her with medical billing and scheduling, and so she's able to focus on other business growth aspects, personnel, making sure people are serviced really well, and even starting up a tutoring a company that does tutoring separate from her existing company. So it freed her up from a major income revenue door that had to be cared for properly so that she could go on to other things.
So it would seem to me that this would be just a fantastic area for um, people just to kind of dip their toe into that really scary area of starting to offload responsibility for certain things. So, what would be the advice that you would give somebody who has never had anybody working for them before, has never had a VA, is kind of nervous about bringing somebody in? What would be your advice to them how to get started?
Yeah, I mean, bite the bullet, jump, leap, and the net will appear. That type of thing. That's old Zen saying, right? Just do it. Grab. We have an ebook, 249 things that a virtual assistant could do. Look through the list, come up with brainstorm a little bit. What can I turn over? Social media is an easy one. That newsletter is an easy one. To that, you could add things like one that we commonly give people is LinkedIn appointment setting, where
Mhm.
we give you an assistant who reaches out through your LinkedIn and helps you to find people that you've never met that are in your target audience.
Mhm.
Something like that requires no attention from you. We already have all the process all nailed down, and
Mhm.
that's something that immediately gets you focused on creating more income, so that then you can. And now you've got somebody helping you with that. Like, great, what else can I? Now I've got more appointments. Okay, I need to get rid of some other things, and
Right.
so email, follow up emails, newsletters, social media. Promotion's a great place to offload some of your traffic, which
Mhm.
results in income, which allows you, gives you the time to be able to maybe do more of that.
Okay. I'm going to bring up your contact information, Barry. So if any of you are just starting to get to the point where you really would like to have somebody come in to help you, or you've already got somebody helping you, but you just need a little bit more, then get in touch with Barry and see what his VAs can do for you. You can get him, Barry at stampedebranding.com. There's his phone number, website, and of course his Calendly link. Set up a meeting to speak to him and see what it is that he can do to offload some of those tasks that you really don't need to be in. Somebody else can do for you, but will give you a great ROI. Um, Barry, thank you so much for the interview. I really appreciate your being here and giving us a little bit of background on how VAs can help.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
And for those of you who are not yet in the Yes Roundtable, this roundtable is set up for women who have done their proof of concept. You're cash flowing a few $1,000s a month, but you haven't built that critical foundation, that infrastructure where you can step on the gas and start to scale. We're going to help to get you there. So please go take a look at the roundtable on the website, yourenitysolution.com/yes-roundtable. Or text me 702-462-4616. Let's have a conversation and see if this is right for you. Again, Barry, thank you so much for
Thanks.
being my guest. And I know we'll be talking again.
Absolutely.
Thanks.